आवाज येतोय का? हॅलो, चौधरी.
येतोय सर आवाज.
हाँ, ठीक है. In last time we have seen the pest of maize. In that particularly major pest of maize. Which one is the major pest? कुठली मेजर पेस्ट आहे मेज वरची? सॉरी, बाजरा. Blister beetle. Their common name, that is the blister. They cause blisters on the skin when these beetles accidentally crushed on the skin cause blisters. That's why their common name is the blister beetle. Due to which chemical substance they cause the blisters? कुठल्या केमिकल सबस्टन्स मुळे ब्लिस्टर कॉज होतात?
Cathridin.
Cantharidin. Okay. Which are the two major species? Blister beetle चे major species कोणते आहेत? Lata species and Malabrus pustulata. These are the two major species of blister beetle. Then what are the economic importance of blister beetles? Grub of that blister beetle mainly feeds on. कशावरती grub त्याची फीड करते blister beetle ची? This is an important question. Grubs of blister beetles mainly feed on the eggs of grasshoppers in a soil. तर blister beetle चे जे grubs असतात ते grasshopper चे eggs वरती feeding करतात. And only adult stage of blister beetle is harmful to the crop. Mainly adult of blister beetle preferably for the infestation. Which portion of the plant? Adult कशावरती डॅमेज असते? Adult of blister beetle mainly feeds on the flowers, petals. जे फ्लावर्स किंवा पेटल्स असतात त्याच्यावरती त्याच्या अडल्टचं डॅमेज असते. सो अडल्ट इज द ओनली हार्मफुल or damaging stage of that blister beetle. Then next we seen the pest of sugarcane. Mainly sugarcane infected by the various borer categories pest, in that early shoot borer, internode borer, top shoot borer, stalk borer, root borer. These are the mainly borer categories pest cause damage to the sugarcane. In that early shoot borer, their scientific name Kylo, Infus catalus, family Parilla, order Lepidoptera. So why that pest is called as a early shoot borer? Their common name is the early shoot borer. Why we know the pest early shoot borer? In the early stage of their sugarcane planting, mainly they cause damage to the sugarcane up to 8 weeks after the planting. That's why it is called as a early shoot borer. The early early borer किंवा early shoot borer. So infestation of that pest early in the season of the sugarcane planting up to 8 weeks means up to 2 months after the planting. Mainly infestation of that pest is noticed. And shoot borer, so they mainly cause their damage to the shoot portion of the sugarcane. That's why it is called as a shoot borer, early shoot borer. So it is mainly this pest injurious to young cane up to 8 weeks after planting. They mainly cause damage to the shoot portion and produce a dead hurt symptoms. So this early shoot borer incidence is mainly noticed in the crop where the sugarcane is planted in a light soil or where the shortage of irrigation facilities. So this condition which is favorable for the infestation of early shoot borer. The next borer, that is the internode borer. So internode borer, why it is called as internode borer? Internode, because these internodes mainly infected by that internode borer. So mainly internode borer infestation, mainly they prefers the nodal portion of the sugarcane. That's why it is called as a internode borer. So this internode borer pest noticed in all stages of the crop growth. Firstly, it acts as a early shoot borer because they cause damage to the shoots, causing dead hurt symptoms. Then actively as an internode borer starts their infestation from 3 to 4 months after planting and continue till the harvesting of a crops. So this caterpillar mainly bores the nodal region and enters into the stem, and after entering into the stem forming the galleries inside the cane and infested sugarcane tissues turns reddish red to reddish appearance and cane becomes hard. So this internode borer pest mainly cause damage. Initially act as a early shoot borer. They cause damage to the shoot portion and forming a dead hurt symptoms. Then actively they bore the 3 to 4 month their infestation. Then 3 to 4 months after planting the sugarcane, mainly this caterpillar feeds or bore the nodal region and enters into the stem. That's why it is called as an internode borer. And after entering into the stem, they produce galleries inside the skin, and the infected tissues becomes reddish appearance. So this type of infestation caused due to the internode borer. So internode means their damage mostly on the nodal region of the cane after 3 to 4 months after planting a sugar cane, which is heavily infested by that pest. Then next borer category pest, that is the top borer, or also called as a top shoot borer, Sarcophaga exertalis family, Pyralidae order Lepidoptera. So this top shoot borer or top borer is mainly injurious to the top portion of the cane, and their damage persists till the harvesting of the crop. So newly hatched caterpillar makes number of small holes on the leaves in the initial infestation of that pest. So these are the number of small holes on the leaves due to the initial infestation of that pest, which is also called as a shoot holes on the leaves. Then Later, this caterpillar bores downwardly to the shoot portion from top to downward and cause a central cause the death of the central shoots. So as a result of that damage, top portion gradually dries up and few internodes already formed mostly go wastage. In such cases, one or two buds just below the dry top portion sprouts and develop into a small size. And the side skeins or side shoots forming a bunchy top appearance, that is the bushy appearance of the infestation of the top shoot borer. So this top shoot borer pest mainly initially makes number of small holes on the leaves, that is called as a shoot holes on the leaves. Then latter stage of their development, they bore the shoots downwardly, top to downwardly, and enters into the shoots. Infested portion of the plant gradually dries up and few internodes already form goes to the waste. In such cases, one or two buds just below the dried top portion sprout and develop into a small sized and side skeins or side shoots forming, that is called as a bunchy top appearance or bushy appearance. So this is the typical characteristics of the infestation of that top shoot borer: bushy appearance of the plants or bunchy top of the sugarcane due to the infestation of top borer or top shoot borer. Then next one, pest of the sugarcane, that is the sugarcane root borer, or also called as a sugarcane root borer. Scientific name, old name that pest is the Emalocera depressella. This is the old name. New name, Polyocha depressella. So this is the Pyralidae family pest, belongs to Lepidoptera order. This is the minor pest of the sugarcane and attack the underground portion of the stem, not on the root portion of that sugarcane. Falsely it is called as a root borer, but actually their infestation of that pest on the underground portion of the stem, not on the roots. Generally considered as a minor pest of sugarcane in India, it occurs mostly predominantly in the subtropical North Indian sugarcane belt, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. After its first report occurs in Tamil Nadu in 1990, it went dormant or unnoticed for a couple of decades and started re-emergence in the early part of the 2015. Mainly sugarcane, jawar, these are the host plant of that pest. So here is the life stages of that root borer. First one, eggs mainly deposit on the leaves, also in the laid on the eggs on the lip lamina. Single eggs, this one figure, that is the bee, which is the single eggs, which is a roundish in shape, and mainly then this one is the larval stage of that pest, mainly creamy whitish in color, and head of that pest, which is mainly brownish color of the head. Then pupal stage of that pest, mainly in a soil, brownish in color. Adult stage of that pest, which is the straw-like color. Life cycle, mainly their eggs. Adult female deposit eggs on the lip lamina. Eggs period 5 to 8 days. Larval duration 28 to 32 days. Mainly 4 to 7 days required for the completion of the larval stage. Then 28 to 32 days in a depending upon the crop season. Pupal stage of that pest which is found in us for 8 to 14 days. Then damaging nature of that pest, caterpillar is the damaging stage of that pest. So although they are the called as root borers, but they actually they does not cause damage to the root portion of the sugarcane. Only they infect the underground portion of the stem of the sugarcane. That's why it is called as a root borer. The damage caused to cane is made by the caterpillar. Caterpillar after hatching crawl down the plant and enters into the soil and bore to the plant tissues below the soil surface. And due to that infestation, drying of the inner furl of the leaves, formation of dead herds are the common symptoms. On an average, 5 to 15% of the cane crop is infested by that pest. It causes reduction, 10% reduction in the weight and 0.5% reduction in the sucrose content of that pest. So these are the infested underground stem of the sugarcane. Mainly, they feed on the internal portion of the sugarcane stem, causing red to reddish brown appearance of the infested tissues of the infested stem, and that station central leaf furl becomes dies and dead hurt symptoms forms, or wilting like symptoms of that pest also form, and that infested sugarcane cannot be easily pulled out as like a early shoot borer. Then management practices in that destruction weeds, then removal dry leaves, deep plowing, removal and destruction of late shoots at the time of harvesting, application of Indrin fortnightly during July to September in a quite effective for the control of that pest. Also application of monocrotophos through the drenching. So these are the major borer categories pest of the sugarcane, in that early shoot borer, internode borer, top shoot borer, and root borer. Then sugarcane also heavily infested by the other sucking pest, mainly in that sugarcane Parilla, sugarcane woolly aphid, scale insect, mealybugs, whiteflies. These are the major constraints in the sugarcane regarding the sucking pest. So first one, sucking pest of the sugarcane, that is the sugarcane Parilla, also synonymous terms for that sugarcane leaf hopper. Scientific name Parilla purpusilla, family Falguridae, order is the Hemiptera. Distribution in India, Pakistan. Host range sugarcane, wheat, barley, oats, maize, sorghum, boru, guinea grass, Sudan grass. These are the host range. The term first given by the scientist Walker in the 1851, that is the sugarcane Parilla. It was found firstly in Punjab in the year 1917 at Lahore before the independence. This Lahore is under the Pakistan. Now this Lahore is included in Pakistan after the independence. 4 years later, it was found damaging maize. Then also on the soft and broad leaves of varieties of sugarcane in the year of the 1920s. Wheat, barley, oats, grass, maize, bajra, guinea grass. These are the host plant of that pest. Seasonal occurrence. Parilla is the most destructive foliage sucking pest of the sugarcane. A heavy rainfall followed by 75 to 80% humidity, intermittent drought periods after the rainfall, high temperature, wind movements favor for the rapid buildup of that pest. Percent while 1.6% loss in the sugarcane, juice of the sugarcane or sugar content. So it is one of the major pest of the sugarcane. This pest mainly breeds practically throughout the year. And then eggs of the sugarcane Parilla. So eggs mainly pale greenish yellow. Single female deposit near about the 400 eggs on the lower surface of a leaves, or also between the detached leaf sheath as well as on the stem, and covered with a white cottony waxy filaments. So this is the white cottony waxy filaments covered by the adult female of the sugarcane Parilla after the deposition of the eggs. These white cottony waxy filaments protect their eggs from the biotic factors. So these near about 400 eggs mainly deposit on the lower surface of leaves, also between the detached leaf sheath and stem. So these are the eggs under surface of the leaves and within the leaf sheath. Then next one, life cycle stage of that pest is the nymphal stage. Nymphs becomes soft pale brown in color dorsally and pale orange color of the body, which is the ventrally, with two characteristics anal filaments. So these are the anal filaments. This is the specific identification mark for the sugarcane Parilla nymph. So generally body of that nymph, which is the soft color of the body, brownish color, dorsal color of that body, which is a brownish, and pale orange color of the body, which is on the ventral or lower side of the body, and two characteristics anal filaments noticed on the body. Then this one is the adult stage of that pest, mainly adult color, which is a straw like head, which is a pointed or big forwarded, a snoot like structure developed in their adult stage. Two pairs of wings folded like a roof on the back, looks like a roof when the wings are folded on the back. Head which is extended into a pointed beak like or snoot like structure. Life cycle, in that life cycle there are the three life stages: eggs, nymph, and adults. So eggs mainly near about 400 eggs deposited by the adult on the lower surface of leaves, also between the detached leaf sheath and the stem. These eggs mainly covered with the white cottony wax filaments. Incubation period 7 to 15 days and 30 to 40 days in a winter. Nymphal stage having a 5 instars in a summer. Nymphal period is near about 50 to 60 days in a summer and 50 to 80 days in a winter. So life cycle of that pest is completed within 60 days in summer and 120 days in a winter. 3 to 5 generations completed in a 1 year. Then favorable condition for that pest, that is the cold winds, high humidity 75 to 80% helps in the rapid multiplication. Severe infestation of that pest mainly during the month from July to August in the endemic areas. Nature of damage, nymphs and adults are the damaging stages of that pest. Suck the cell sap from the lower surface of a leaves. Due to that sucking the cell sap, leaves colors turns yellowish, white, and wither away. These are the initial symptoms after that infestation. Due to the continuous sucking the cell sap, a large numbers of hoppers top leaves are infected. These infected top leaves becomes dry up, and later their impact on the bud germination. The hoppers also, besides sucking the cell sap, excrete a honeydew-like substance from their body, and this honeydew-like substance spreads on the leaves, and due to that, black fungus growth, that is the Camponodium species of the fungus growth takes place on that spread honeydew-like substance, and these leaves are covered with the sooty mold fungus growth, and leaves turns into a blackish in colors. So these are the adult as well as nymphal stages sucking the cell sap from the lower surface of a leaves, and color of that leaves, infected leaves, turns into a yellowish in color. Then management practices: collection, destruction of the eggs masses, avoid excessive use of the nitrogenous fertilizers, set up light traps, detaching leaves on 150 to 210 days after planting, release 4,000 to 5,000 or 5 to 6 lakh eggs of the Epiricania melanoleuca. So this is the Epiricania melanoleuca, a nymphal and adult parasitoids of the sugarcane Parilla. This Epiricania melanoleuca belongs to order Lepidoptera. So this is the only one species of belongs to Lepidoptera order which is the beneficial, because they feeds on the names of the sugarcane Parilla. So Epiricania melanoleuca mainly deposit their eggs in masses or in clusters on the lower surface of the leaves, where the sugarcane Parilla deposit their eggs, or where their nymphal stages, and their larval stage of that Epiricania melanoleuca mainly feeds on the names of the sugarcane Parilla. So this one is the Epiricania melanoleuca is the parasitoid, belongs to Lepidopterus order. Only one insect from that order which is the beneficial. Other insect mainly harmful to the crops. Then various predators: Bromus, Suturalis, Chilomonas, Sex maculatus, Coccinella, septum punctata. These are the predators mainly effective against sugarcane Parilla. Use of the insecticides mainly dimethoate, chlorpyrifos. These are the systemic groups chemicals effective against that pest. So nymphal and other stages of that sugarcane Parilla, which are the damaging stage, and important question, that is the biological control agent, that is the Epiricania melanoleuca. This is the Lepidopteran parasitoid, which is the its at names of the sugarcane Parilla. So this is sugarcane Parilla, or also called as the sugarcane leaf hoppers, one of the major pest of the major sucking pest of the sugarcane. Then next one, sucking pest of the sugarcane, that is the whiteflies, Alerolobus barodensis, Alero TD order is the Hemiptera. So these are the eggs mainly deposit on the lower surface of the leaves. Eggs are yellowish with small curved stalk. Color changes to black about 2 hours after the eggs are laid. This is the nymphal stage of the whiteflies. Are pale yellow in color, flat, oval in shape, later turn into shiny black. Its body is surrounded by the rings on the body of that nymphal stage. This is the adult stage of that pest. Mainly adults wings are whitish in color and adult body color which is the yellowish in color. Life cycle, mainly eggs deposit on the lower surface of the leaves. 3 to 30 days from that nymphs will be comes out. Nymphal period is 9 to 19 days. Then pupal stage also seen in that white flies. 2 to 3 days pupal period, and adults will be emerged from that pupa within 15 to 30 days. So generally in the hemipteran order only 3 life stages: eggs, nymph and adults. But in white flies exceptional is that the pupal stage also noticed in that white flies. Then nature of damage, this is the sucking pest. That's why their damaging stage is the nymphs, and adults suck the cell sap from the lower side of the leaves. Affected leaves turns into yellowish in color, then becomes dry and affect the figure and yield of the cane. Also excrete honeydew like substance, and due to that a black sooty mold fungus growth takes place on that honeydew substance secreted on that leaves, and that infected leaves turns into a blackish colors and badly affected by the photosynthesis. The quantity and quality of the gar also infected by due to the infestation of that white flies. Management practices: avoid water stagnation. Proper drainage facilities should be provided. Detrashing of cane at the 5th and 7th month after planting. Avoid the excess use of fertilizers. Then physical methods: detrashing the pupal stage on the leaves immediately, disposing by burning or burying to prevent the emergence of the adult flies. Ensure adequate application of irrigation. Application of various chemicals in that phenetothion 2 liter per hectare, thimethoxam 125 gram per hectare, acephate 2 gram per liter water spray. Application of chlorpyrifos 1250 liters per hectare. These are the effective chemicals against the sugarcane whitefly. The next one, sucking pest of the sugarcane. This is one of the major sucking pest causing very severe loss in the sugarcane belt, that is the sugarcane woolly aphid. Scientific name Ceratophaciona lanigera. So why it is called as a woolly aphids? Anybody can say? Wool like covering on their body. So whitish cottony wool like covering on their body. So these are the woolly aphids. That's why it is called as a wool. Whitish cottony wool like structure develop on their body. That's why it is called as a woolly aphids. So it is a severely damaged to full grown sugarcane crop. Reduction in the yield 5 to 8 metric tons in the yield loss, and 0.5% reduction in the sugar recovery. Mark of identification: nymphal stage mainly yellowish whitish in color and less powdery substance on their body as compared to the adults. So general nymphs are yellowish white in color and less powdery coating or wool like coating on their body. Then adults mainly apterous, means without wings, blackish in color, 2 pairs of transparent wings at the posterior end of the abdomen possess the cornicles. Total body is covered with a whitish wool like structure. Life cycle: adult emerge after the fourth molt. Female reproduce generally parthenogenetically throughout the year. Allied females means those females having a wings in that reproduction is takes place like a viviparous, directly give the birth to the young ones instead of deposition of the eggs. So without wings, females parthenogenesis type of reproduction, and those females having a wings or allied females, they directly give birth to the young ones. Nearly 15 to 35 young ones they can deposit within 24 hours. Females are more in population as compared to the males. The nymphal stage 6 to 22 days, and the total life cycle of that pest is completed within 30 days. Then nature of damage. This is the sucking pest. The damaging stage is the nymphs, and adults suck the cell sap from the lower surface of the leaves. Mostly prefers the stomatal region of the leaves for their infestation. They insert their stylet into the stomata and sucking the cell sap. They suck the sap from phloem also, excrete large amount of the honeydew which falls on the leaves, give them a sticky coating on which black sooty mold fungus growth takes place. And due to that black sooty mold fungus growth, sugarcane plant which is heavily infested by the woolly aphids, they badly infested by the photosynthesis, and considerable reduction in the yield 25%, in the sucrose content 26.71% due to the woolly aphid infestation. So these are the heavily infested sugarcane leaves. Also black sooty mold fungus growth takes place on the infested portion. Then management practices in that cultural paired row system of the planting is helpful for the minimize the infestation of that pest. Avoid excessive use of nitrogenous fertilizers. Use organic fertilizers. Wrapping of cane all along the rows. So mainly paired row system, in that we minimize or reduce the infestation of that pest. Infested tops should not be transported. Infested canes should not be used for planting as a seed material. Then mainly biological control agents, in that Dipa, Apidihora, Chrysoperla carnea, Chilominus 6 maculata, Coccinella septum punctata, Bromo species, Didiopsis ergota. Then pathogens, in that Cladosporium, Oxysporum, Metrizium, Anisopli, Verticillium, Lacani, Beveria, Bassiana. These are the effective pathogens. Then Incarcia, Flavus, Cutelum. This is the parasitoid, also effective for the sugarcane woolly aphid. Then chemicals, in that dip the seed sets before planting in a chlorpyrifos 20 EC solution 2 ml per liter. Application of borate 5 kg per acre. Application of acephate in a spray 1 gram per liter. Chlorpyrifos 2 ml per liter. Malathion 2 ml per liter. Dimethoate 1.7 ml per liter. Methylodamaton 1.3 ml per liter. Dusting the crop with malathion 5% dust at the rate of 10 kg per acre. These are the effective chemicals against the sugarcane woolly aphid. So mainly in a sugarcane woolly aphids, generally question asked on the which are the effective predators, in that these are the 4 predators: Dipa apidivora, Chrysoperla carnea, Chilominus 6 maculata, Coccinella septum punctata, Bromo species, and Diopsis ergota. These are the effective predators for the sugarcane woolly aphids. ठीक आहे, कोणाला काय डाऊट असतील तर विचारा. sugarcane Parilla, whiteflies, sugarcane woolly aphid. These pests mainly cause huge damage to the sugarcane and considerably yield loss in metric tons, also in the sucrose content of the